Oh, I cracked my neck. Cool. Felt good. Mm. I need a massage if anybody wants to give me one. Well, not anybody, but females and any. Oh man, the hell? Damn. Cool. I don't know why, but it's so dumb. That'd be nice. This guy is not good to a damn. Hell no. Shit. What's the matter, baby? Why you just don't go to your bed? Hmm? Go to your bed. You're laying on the damn floor. Why don't you go to your bed and go lay down? Hmm? What's wrong, baby? Hmm? When you go to your bed, boo. It's okay, you can stay there if you want. boy. The old Inshandables. Cool. I hope so. That'll be nice. Sign them, guys. That'd be good. I hope so. Pizza on there. What the hell? Really? Hey Maria, how you doing? I'm doing good, thanks. Oh, cool. Yeah, my day was good. I had a good day. Nice and relaxing. All I did was drive around, do things. Went for a swim. I'm good to go. So you went to his new school. That's nice. Oh, that's good. Well, that's nice that you got each other something. Yeah, well, he just started a new job, so he's gonna be stressed. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sure he appreciated it. Oh, nice. And what did he say? Oh, okay. Mhm. Oh, I'm sure he was. Yeah, just see what he says. That's the best thing is not to push it. Just see how it goes. Yeah, that's the best thing to do is to leave it in his hands. You invited him, see what he says. If he does go, then cool. If he doesn't, oh well. You know, just let him make. Now that you've invited him, now he's got to make the decision. That's all. So we shall see. Yeah, that's good. Just see how it goes. It's good to just say something and just don't beg him and don't put pressure on him. Let him do whatever. You put it out there, and then he's got to do the rest. You got to put the ball in his court, and like you did, and just leave it. That's all. That'll be a big step for him to make. See, if he does go, then that means that he's dedicated and has no fear and wants to make things even better. If he doesn't go, then it means that maybe he's not ready to be in that predicament, or he just feels like maybe he should not do that yet. There's plenty of more birthdays coming up, so we gotta see how it goes. The best thing to do is just leave it alone and just see how it goes. That's all. I feel like something. I feel like today's date it was something I had to do or something that happened on this day. I can't remember June 20th, but I don't know why that's sticking to my brain. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me thinking about that date. I don't know. It don't make no sense. No, I'm talking about today's date, the 20th. It was something that I can't remember I had to do today or something like that. I can't remember what the heck it was. It was something I had to do today, but I can't remember. I think it was my dad's appointment. That's what it was. I took him to that appointment today. I think that's what today's date was. But I don't know. I just felt like it was something else. But yeah, my dad had a ultrasound today, like checking out everything. He's all right though. All right. Let's see. Well, I got him here, Scorpio. So what I'm getting with him in general is like he's not very happy like with everything that's going on. He's disappointed like he has to make all these new changes and start a new job and do all these things. Like he's not like completely 100% happy, right? But he knows he has a lot of work to do and he knows that like he took this job so he can make more money, so he can get out of the money situation that he's in. But he's very preoccupied with a lot of bullshit that's going on with work and with life and things like that. But he he liked the fact that you offered him to go to the birthday party, because I got like an offer here that he's happy with. He's happy that you asked him to go. Whether or not he does, he's still thinking about it, right? He was happy to see you, and he wants to be helpful to you. He wants you to trust him. He wants you to like he wants to show you that he's loyal, and he wants to offer you whatever he can, and he's going to make more effort to be with you. But he's really preoccupied with his job and his money and his life. Like everything's changing, so he's overthinking a lot of things. But his real desire is to recover everything what he's lost. So like if he's lost a lot of time and money and things like that, he wants to recover from that. He's gonna be more active, and he's gonna try and be more like guard his like money and shit. I always see like he has like money issues here and there. Like I don't see that he's broke, but I see that he has issues with money. Looks like he's gonna be a bit selfish, with his time and his effort and things like that. but but he's gonna show you a lot of emotional feelings, love. He's gonna show you like a lot of things like that. He's gonna show you that he's gonna make more initiative to be with you, talk to you, you know, try and link up with you and see you face to face more often. He's gonna try that in the next couple days. But he's gonna be working very hard. He's gonna try and like make more progress, make more money. That's why I keep seeing the same thing over and over and over. It's just different cards, but just the same thing. Like he's very focused on his job, his money, his life. And with you, he just wants to show you like more love, more feelings. He wants things to be like a lot better. And he doesn't want to let you down. So he's gonna try and do his best to like show you more, give you more communication, give you more time, because he feels like he doesn't want to like let you down in any way. Yeah, he knows that you're willing to help him, and he knows you do help, and he just always feels like it looks like he feels sad because he knows that he could do better, but he doesn't. you know he wants to do more, but he has to like see how things go. He's got too much on his mind right now. Got a new job. He has to deal with you. You're a pain in the ass, so he's got to deal with life. Baby mama, son. Going to a new job is a pain in the ass in itself, because that's something that you have to get used to. Well, there you go. He's always worried about making you happy, but it looks good. I just see him personally, feeling like kind of, annoyed and tired and like having to deal with multiple things. But that's him. He always like that. Otherwise, that looks like you'll see him and talk to him a lot more this coming week. Yeah, I don't see nothing bad. I see a lot more effort coming from him. I see effort and things like that. I'll give you a card too, like an oracle card. Hey Tanya, how you doing? All right, Maria, this is your card. It says adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. There you go. You just said you have to learn, right? There you go. Accept the challenges are the best way to learn. Yeah, I saw your video earlier. I was like, it looked really nice. Looked like it's good weather. Looks like it's not. It wasn't raining, so that's good. Yes, I said hi, mom. That's nice that she comes on your channel and supports you. That's nice of her. That's a good mom. Tanya, you want a card? Here you go. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So when things fail, just know that it's an opportunity to learn. Learn from your mistakes. Learn that when things fail, it's for a reason, and move on from it and learn from it. We talked about that today. You're welcome, Maria. No problem. Ain't that true? Some people think if you fail, like it's a bad thing. Failing only allows you to learn because it means that you weren't supposed to be in those situations or predicaments. It's no longer serves you. That's all that matters. Well, I don't have to put up with it, but I do because I've had a lot. You know, I don't consider you bad, but I've had a lot of crazy people around here in my life past 5, 6 years. So you're a little, you're less of a pain in the ass than they are. Now I could tolerate you, Maria. You're a good person. You don't disrespect me, so we're all good. I'll put up with you for a little bit longer. I had some crazy people in here for a long time, so I know for a fact that you're nothing compared to those people. That's for sure. Well, that's the thing, Tanya. You live and learn, even at your age. I feel like the older you get, the more you learn who's for you and who's not. I think as we older we get, the less friends we have. You know. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't. You don't bother me like that, Maria. Sometimes I have to, tell you about yourself and tell you not to worry and straighten you up a bit, give you a smack on your butt, put you over my knee, and tell you a few things, and then you'll be all right after that. I understand life is difficult for a lot of people, but you only can make it difficult for yourself. I can only do so much, but you got to do the rest. Yeah. The main thing is I don't get disrespected by anybody in here. And if they do disrespect me, then I tell them about themselves, which doesn't happen very often. But sometimes, I have to put people in their place, and it's not a problem. You know, it's all good. I ain't gonna lose no sleep over it. Some people are starting to get the point, that I don't really give a shit about them like that, and to leave me alone. And I ain't got no time for their shit. So they know who they are. Everybody has them, and usually they're people that are introduced to me by someone else. I don't go looking for them, so it don't matter to me. Yeah, that's good. I see in the cards that he is going to try and make more of an effort. Yeah, yeah. The cards say the same thing. So it looks like he is. Maybe he needed to get away from that job in order to see you more, because when you get a new job and you might feel a lot better because you don't have the burdens of the old one. You know what I mean? So now that he has a new job, he might do things a little different. He might feel a lot better. He might feel like he wants to see you and be with you more. After all, you're the one who encouraged him all this time to do it, right? You knew he was going to get the job before he did because Spirit told us. So that's good. I'm sure he sees all of that and he knows all of that. So, yeah. So that's all you got to do is just let it all happen. Let things pan out. My dog over here snoring and grunting. She's been laying down on this floor right here for like over an hour, and she won't get up and she won't go to her bed. She lays here right in front of the door like every day now. She's weird. She has a nice bed and she wants to lay on the damn floor. Yeah, I'm sure it'll all work out. Now that you did what you had to do, now he has to do what he has to do. She's okay. Well, that's the best thing to do is mind your own business and don't talk about people and don't gossip about people. Cause sometimes when you talk to somebody, you think you're talking to somebody that will keep everything in confidence, and that person will be right on the phone telling that, oh, you know what, I talked to this person, they told me this about you, and oh, that bitch, no way, you gotta be kidding me. That's why I don't really say too much. But the thing with me is, even if somebody does hear something I say, they ain't gonna come to me and say nothing anyway. And if they do, I'll just tell them about themselves. They ain't no problem. I don't fear talking the truth. And that's why a lot of people don't come to me and say nothing. Even when they see me on the street here in Bermuda, they don't say nothing to me. Because they know that I'm telling the truth. Why you gotta call me or come to me for what? Whatever I say is the truth. You don't like it, that's your fucking problem. It's simple. I call people out all the time and I don't fear it because it's the truth. Why am I gonna fear telling somebody the truth? That's how I live my life. I'm not gonna hold back from telling the truth. I'm not gonna hold back from telling somebody about themselves that needs to hear it. You know? I get tired of like people just thinking that they're better than somebody else, or they think that lying is okay. So those are the people I usually put in their place. There's liars and people who think they're better than everybody else. But everything's been pretty good. Nobody's really acted up lately. Oh yeah, they definitely changed the story. That's for sure. Hey Dan, how you doing? I knew that bottle of mouthwash would work eventually. I knew you have a potty mouth, so I had to make sure it was clean. Yeah, clean for the weekend. But hey, that's how it goes. It's good to mind your own business, keep quiet, let people just ruin their own lives. I've tried to teach that to a lot of people, but some people just don't get it. And, you know, they cause problems, and then when a problem gets caused, they want to add to the problem. They just don't understand that, it made things worse. I have to explain things to everybody. And it gets frustrating because people just don't want to listen. Everybody wants to do things their own way. Now, they probably liked it. I think Mikey likes baby oil. I think he likes it because he told me that I look fresh and clean today. He was hitting on all the girls on here. I tried to like get him some chick, but he was complimenting on how I looked. I'm like, oh boy, he might be going both ways. I don't know what to think these days. Shout out to Mikey. Yeah, they made. I don't think they went for their Bibles. I'm probably one of the few people in here that has a Bible in their house. Ain't nobody want that in their house. Crap. They don't want that. A Bible? They don't want that. You might have a fake one. Tanya said she effed up. Oh Lord. What you going done now? I'm gonna go get some cold water. Give me a sec. You alright, baby? You good? Fat piece of beef. Oh yeah, that's for sure. People love drama. There's people that live drama every day, want drama every day, strive for it, create it, want it, live it. They can't be sane. They can't be like normal. My ex brother in law is a prime example of that. He loves drama. Drama's got him in a lot of trouble, and there's more trouble coming. I'm really trying my best not to. I'm really trying my best not to think negative about him, because then if I think negative about him all the time, then it's gonna consume too much of my energy. So I gotta get back to. I gotta get back to like not worrying about him and understanding that he's gonna get his, you know, whether it's today, tomorrow, 5 years from now. Like, but sometimes I want to make his karma happen today, but that's not. I'm not. That's not in my. I mean, I can make it happen, but but I just want to be peaceful. I don't want nothing on my conscience. Yep, for sure. Yep, Dan, for sure. Yep, he was the main reason for it. Yeah. That's why I want to retaliate in some type of way, but it's just the way I want to retaliate is not right because that's something that I could have, should have, and would have done. But then I have to hold myself back. I just got to tell myself, look, man, as much as you want to, do something, what is it going to really prove? It's not going to change him. He's still going to end up doing some bullshit again. Some people will get karma and still do dumb shit again. Some people will get beat up and still come back and do dumb shit again. So you can threaten somebody a million times and they're still gonna do dumb shit because it's in their nature. They just can't get enough. They're never gonna like be satisfied. That's the sad part of it all. So it doesn't matter what I do to him or what I say to him or because I used to do that here. I've threatened him numerous times in this house, in his own house. I've almost beat the shit out of him. I've come very close to put my hands on him. And I always held myself back. I always held myself. I always told myself, Mark, don't do it. You're going to ruin your reputation. You're going to ruin your life. You can go to jail. That's what he wants. Don't give him your energy. All these years, psychics have told you, don't give people your energy. My mom says, ignore ignorance. I'm more spiritual now than I've ever been in my life, and God's taking care of me and my family. So if I do something to him physically and get myself and to stoop down to that level, what does that say about my development that I've put myself through these past few years to not be that person? You know what I'm saying? So like even though this was like something that makes you want to do something, but at the same time I said, you know what? I said I have to believe that God and Spirit's gonna be, you know, on my side to make sure I'm okay, and He did. So now the old me would have probably dealt with it by now in certain ways, but I get tempted very much so to like, you know, do something to him, but it's not for me to do, and I try and convince myself every day that don't do anything wrong because then you're gonna have something happen to you. So my nephew's friends are leaving on their bikes, making all this damn noise. Bunch of loud ass kids. Back in my day, if we left somebody's house like that, we get our ass whooped. Yeah, I agree, Dan. That's why, like, I just sit back and let God do whatever He has to do. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? My experiences. I mean, a lot of you guys are older than me, and you can either confirm what I'm telling you, or you can tell me that you've witnessed it just like I have. But when somebody does wrong to you, or your family, or someone you love, what's the first thing you say? You say, I hope that person gets karma for what they did to me, or I hope that person gets karma for what they did to the person that you love, right? That's the first thing your mind thinks is I hope that person gets karma, or you get, to see the karma, or live to see them go through something. But then when they get karma, you relish in it, or you say, oh well, that's what they deserve. Fuck 'em, you know. So everybody thinks a different way. Everybody has a different mentality on what karma is, and how it should be, and if it's sufficient enough. You know what I mean? And some people take that person's karma into their own hands, which is not good. Because if you do that, if you create karma for that person for what they've done to you, and you get vengeful or whatever, sometimes it's gonna make life even worse. And then if you've developed yourself to a higher spirituality and a higher self and humbleness and peacefulness, and you go ahead and ruin that because of somebody, what they did to you, or what they've done to you, then it's fucked up, because then you got to start all over again, and you feel like you've done something so bad, and then you're like, you know what, why did I do that? Like, I should have just like let God deal with it. So it's hard, man, because your emotions are one way, your thoughts are another, your heart feels some way, and your rage is built to do, well, the wrong thing. So it's right now. I feel like it's not hard for me because I already know what's right and what's wrong, and I would never want to do that. Like, I rather just wait to hear something and then just be like, oh well, they deserve it. Fuck 'em. Hope you rot in hell. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's how it goes. Tanya, we make mistakes. Sticking up for somebody, or all because we. This is what my point is. Like, we if we love someone and then something happens to that person, we want to defend them or stick up for them. But sometimes it's not for us to do. Sometimes that person's got to fight their own battles. Because when you get involved, you find yourself in their bullshit that you never wanted. What's up, KP? So sometimes defending somebody, sticking up for somebody, or taking on someone else's battles, you find yourself in a bad predicament. And I thought those days were over, but every now and then you get caught up in something. But it's because you love the person that you're defending. So if you have to defend that person, you go all the way, right? So it's not like, and if you defend somebody or you have someone's back, it's because you care about that person, right? So it's difficult. It's difficult to deal with. You never really know, what you're getting yourself into, or if you're really defending the right person or the right situation. It's a battle of the mind, whether you're doing the right thing or not. So it's a shitty situation, but yeah, it just keeps going on and on. And sometimes you can make peace like with yourself and not say one word to your enemy, or one word, you're not saying nothing to anybody, and that person creates another drama and attacks you again after like months of not hearing from them anymore. And all of a sudden, poof, they find an opportunity to create a situation to make trouble. So all when you think it's all over and everything's peaceful, these people are conjuring up the next appointment of bullshit. And that's exactly what happens. Like, you think you're free of them and they're quiet and they're not like, but all the while these fuckers are conjuring up another attack, because that's what these people's lives are. And I've said it on here plenty of times that a lot of people that you speak to every day do not have your best interest at heart. They really don't give a shit about you. They might act like they do, but really deep down inside they don't. And some people say, "Oh, well, Mark, that's not true, man. This person's so nice." And I was like, "Yeah, you'll see. You'll see who's nice and who's worth being around and who's worth dealing with. As you get older, you're gonna have less friends, and then you're gonna wonder why." Because there isn't really that many genuine people that really give a shit about you as a person, and really is going to be genuinely not jealous or not envious or not, good to you. Like they're gonna find a way to like get rubbed the wrong way or to rub you the wrong way, or they're gonna say something that you're gonna be like, huh, okay, now I know. I've known you for a while, but guess what? You just said something that triggered me to believe that you are this person who I thought you were all along. Now you're showing your true colors, because a bad person can't be good for too long. And a good person can't be bad, can't be good for too long. They're gonna snap one day. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at things a lot now. But to all the good people, try not to snap. Just, try to keep it together. That's my biggest challenge, is to not let people trigger me into being, angry or mad, or question you or think that you're up to no good. because it can be a big challenge to like deal with people in general. Because you never really know who you're really talking to these days. People can switch real quick. So just be careful because you never know who you're dealing with. Especially on here, you be talking to everybody in this chat. You never met them in real life. You don't know who these people really are. Then you can tell by the energy. You know what I mean? You can tell by the energy of a person and what they say. So you can like keep your distance at a certain point. But it's not good to like say too much and do too much with certain people on here because they don't really give a shit about you like that. Oh boy. Yeah. There's a lot of planetary action going on. That's why everything's going out of whack. You see, this is a number 9 year, so nines are getting to the completion. We're almost there. But before you get there, you're gonna go through bullshit. Well, sometimes you have to fuck up or make a mistake in order to understand that, you need to mind your own damn business. We can't save everybody and we can't help everybody. I've come to that conclusion a very long time ago. And I'm the first one to admit that, you know, if I can't help you, I feel like I don't want to help you, I won't. But if I want to help you, I will. And I feel like helping you, I will. But I say no very loudly when I feel like it. I'm not gonna let people just like take advantage of me every damn day. That ain't happening. Hell no. But that's how life is, though. That's how life is. It's a challenge to mind your own business, keep to yourself, stay humble. Believe that God's got your back and everything is gonna work out. It can be very difficult. Hey Fiona, how you doing? But Tanya, you're right. You live and learn. Hopefully you learned your lesson. You're not perfect. No one else is. Neither is the person you deal with or the people you deal with. You know, sometimes we gotta just take accountability for what happened and just move on. That's what I do every most times. I just take accountability for like thinking a certain way or feeling a certain way. My thoughts and my feelings are my biggest challenge because I think about doing something and then I'm like, don't do it more. And then I'll think about it again. I'll be like, well, I should do it because maybe it's gonna solve the issue. Then I'm like, you know what, man? Just let it go, bro. Let it go. And then I end up like, calm. And then I just say to myself, well, but what if I just do this just this one time? Then I'm like, nah, bro, don't do it. Then I'm like, should I? And I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's gonna help the situation. Maybe it's gonna turn everything better. But it isn't. It isn't. And I don't want to think evil. I don't want to think bad. I don't want to think negative. And I have to like program my mind and manipulate my mind to you know, stay level headed and stay happy and stay positive that everything is going to be okay for me. Because what a lot of people don't realize is if you pray every day for your health and your life, and you pray for yourself and you pray for your people you love, and God's protecting those people. So what makes you think that he wants you to do something bad, to get back at somebody? You have to think about yourself and the people you love. If they're safe, who cares what these people do? That's the conclusion that I've come to in these past 2 weeks. Because there's some days where I want to turn gangster again. And trust me, I've almost gotten to that point where I want to do something drastic. And I know it's not the right thing to do. And I'm trying to stay humble and positive and just be like, you know what, Mark, just leave it alone. Let another day go by and breathe. Let another week go by and breathe. And then I get blessed, or something happens where I get blessed, or somebody I love gets blessed. And that's God's sign to me that, hey, look, I know you want to do this and I know you want to do that, but look, here's this blessing just to show you that you're on the right path. And then that reading yesterday that I had with Joanna, with that spirit, with that medium spirit guy, and he showed me my family. And I said to myself, you know what? That's what I got to focus on. My family and spirits got my back, and that's all that matters. Fuck these people. That's it. That's all I got to do. Keep focusing on myself. Yeah, Tanya, it's all good. Sometimes it's not about followers or likes or how many subscribers you have. It depends on your sanity and your life and your health and where you are mentally. Those people that are following you, they just probably, they just, you find out who these people really are. And that's the thing. If you say something wrong, somebody will unsubscribe. If you do something that they don't like, all you gotta do is nowadays just say you like Donald Trump and everybody will hate you. It's like telling people you believe in God. They'll be like, oh, I don't. People blame God for deaths of people, and people blame God for everything. But then when something happens to them, the first person they ask for is God. I think that's what a lot of people fail to realize. Well, that's good for you, and it's good to stay positive if you have hopes and dreams, because those things will come a reality one day. You just gotta believe it will. I believed every day of my life that, I'm gonna have a better life one day, and I'm gonna be able to do whatever I want. And now I'm living that life. Life has been very tough this past few years. Especially these past few years have been very tough. And I watched my brother and my sister get a divorce. The last 6 years have been very tough. Seeing them go through a bullshit divorces, seeing those kids go through bullshit. It hurts a lot to see the kids suffer for it. They're still, mentally like, feeling it. I know they are. I can see it sometimes in their faces. And I say to myself, it could be a lot worse. And me seeing it and dealing with it, it's been tough for me because I want to do certain things, and I know that if I do it, it's not going to solve it. So I just let go and let God deal with it. And at the end of the day, all I can do is be a good uncle, a good brother, a good son, and that's it. And try to be a good person every day. And I feel like I am, and that's why I'm getting rewarded with good things. And my dog snoring in the background, loud as shit, and that's all I can hear besides my own voice. Damn dog. She's a treasure, all right. She's been a pain in my ass today. She woke me up out of my sleep this morning, and then I took her outside. She peed, and then I went to go get her about 20 minutes later because she had to go do her thing out there. So I brought her inside. I gave her some water, gave her some treats, and then she threw up a little pieces of the treat on the ground. I smacked her nose, not hard. I just gave her a little smack on her nose and said, "I told you about doing that." And she does it to herself because I tell her I give her little portions now, and it still don't make a difference. She swallows everything, and she doesn't chew the things properly, and she likes to. It looks like she came from, you know, uh, she came from a poor place where there was no damn food. She eats like it's been her only meal for the whole year. Yeah, it's because she eats too fast, and she's stupid, and she does it every now and then. She does that. It's not every day because I've caught on to her bullshit, see? And I give her little portions of water and little portions of treats. So that way she doesn't inhale it all one time and then throw it all up. I got so pissed at her this morning because she did that. And I keep telling her, calm down, take it easy. She knows what that is, but she's so ignorant and so dumb. She just keeps doing it over and over and over. And she hacks a lot because she wants to devour everything in her sight. You would think she's half pig and half dog. That's what she is sometimes. Hey, Mystical, how you doing? You hear her, right? She's snoring loud as shit. Look at her. World's most aggravating dog. She's lucky I love her because I'd throw her ass outside. Do positive shit. It's very hard to, it's very hard to ignore things and, you know, I was doing so good and then all that bullshit happened. And then I was like, oh, well. But that's what happens when things are really peaceful, something bad's brewing up. And sure as hell, it'll happen. And then it's a test to see how you deal with it. It's a yet another test to see if that person has provoked you enough to do something back, or is it like another test to see if you can like handle, being, provoked or taunted or disrespected. How are you going to deal with it? Are you going to break your character? Are you going to like, go against what you preach? See, people like to make you look bad and not because they know that you're doing good. That's the tricky part of life is I can come on here and say, I believe in God. God helps me. Spirit helps me. I can go on here and show my talents and my skills and my gift, and I can praise God every day, and I can tell everybody, give you advice and say, please be positive. Don't retaliate. Don't do this. So if I turn my back on my own self and my own beliefs, how is that going to make me feel? It's probably going to make me feel like an idiot. So one of the main things that I've learned over these past 10 years that I've been on YouTube and listening to other psychics is their main thing they said was never to give people your energy. Don't give it your energy. And that is the biggest challenge in the world is not giving something or someone your energy. Because we're human beings, we have emotions, we have feelings, and we can be provoked. We can, react. So I think that's our biggest challenge when we deal with drama and with people, you know? So it's a challenge. Dan said he doesn't want no green tomatoes. Just spray paint them red. That's all. I love tomatoes, but I don't really eat them that much anymore. Oh, nice. I like cucumbers and strawberries. I don't really eat those things too much, but when I have a chance, I'll eat them. Cucumber sounds nice. I should put that in my salad tomorrow. I should get a small one. My sister and I eat it. I mean, I love to eat fruit, but I just can't eat too much of it because it'll ruin my insides and make me feel like shit. And I get a reaction to it too, so I have to watch what I eat, especially fruit wise. When my dad gets gout, we tell him to drink cherry juice, and he says it makes him feel like he says it gives him like diarrhea and an upset stomach. It happened to him once, and then he never had it again. So I said, "Oh well, you can go and suffer then. Not my problem." I get so tired of telling my dad and what to do or what to drink or what to have. Even his own doctor told me to give him to for him to do it, and he's like, "Oh, I don't want that." I said, "You just love pain." So, but my dad hasn't gotten gout for a while. He's been doing really good. I'm really impressed with how far he's come. He's doing good. I mean, he's not 100%, but he's doing good. He's a lot better than what he was. He walked like 20 feet, 20 to 30 feet to the when I dropped him off. He went to the doctor for his ultrasound and checkup. They said he's okay so far. And then Monday I got to take him to the eye doctor. And then Tuesday he's got to go to the dentist. He's got a full week. He's got a full week of appointments ahead. And of course I got to deal with him. Yeah, she's over there stretching, and now she's probably gonna snore even more because her neck is on the bed, and then she's gonna end up snoring even louder. Piggy, what if she likes to rest her face on the tile on the ground? She always has her body on the bed, and her head is always on the ground, like on the tile, so it's nice and cool. Yeah, I hope not for me. I don't want to see no damn doctors. I actually beg God every day to not to have me nowhere near doctors. You can give me anything else, but don't let me deal with no damn doctors. I don't want to go nowhere near a damn doctor. I don't want to go near no damn hospital. I beg God every day to keep me, out of those places. I do every day. I can't take that shit. I hate going to the doctor and I hate dealing with the hospital. That's something I don't like. And thank God I'm not there or my family. So that's good. Meanwhile, you're doing that and it's midnight here. Crazy world we live in. It always fascinates me to like know that that's how life is, that's how the world is. Like in certain areas of the world, the sun's still up and the sun's down here. People are just waking up now. Some people are going to sleep. It's already Saturday, the 21st of June, 12:11 in the morning here. And in China, they're already awake and eating their lunch. In New Zealand and Australia, they're already up eating their lunch right now. It's crazy when you think about it. Absolutely crazy. 1:11 where you are, see, PM. So you must be in one of those places I mentioned. Yeah. See, you're already eating your lunch. Me, I'm about to go sleep. You're Aussie? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are. I know a lot of people from that. I have a few people that come in here from Australia and New Zealand, and they always tell me like I'm already going to when I come on during the day they're going to sleep, and when I'm here at this time they're already halfway through their day. I think it's fascinating how that works and how that is. It's crazy. I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it. Absolutely crazy. Like how is it possible that it's dark here, but the sun's out where you are? Like that, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But hey, it's real. It's the world. It's Earth. That's why I sometimes that's why I sometimes think that the flat Earth thing is bullshit and the Earth really is round and that the sun goes right around the circle like that and by the time it comes all the way back around, it's gonna be sunny for me. See, I'm gonna be waking up to the sun. And for you, when it passes you, it's gonna go nighttime. See? So if the world was flat, then how the heck is the sun, making its way around? Unless the earth is flat and then the 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 thing around it, the sun keeps going like this and it goes around us. I don't know. Maybe that's it. I don't know. All I know is it's crazy to think about. Okay, Maria. Sweet dreams to you. Bestest to you. Hope you have a good weekend. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. I'm not going to be here too much longer. I need to go sleep. I need to get in my bed earlier because I'm always getting in my bed too late. Friday nights is usually quiet in here. This has been the quietest it's been all week. It's beautiful. But yeah, it's fascinating how the world is, how the moon is out now for us, and sun's rising for some, sun's setting for some. It's a crazy world. I don't know. I have my doubts about a lot of news. It's all real. I could, during your live, I barely heard you because the voice was down, like your volume was down super low. But didn't you pulled me a card or something like that? I meant to ask you that. I think you pulled me a card or something. I saw you hold up a deck, but I could barely hear you. I had to put the phone to my ear. Like I can hear you, but it was like very faint. Then I heard you say something about a card, and then I saw the card. And you said, "Oh, this is definitely you, Mark." And I was like, I tried to listen to it again, listen to it like what you said. Yeah, yeah. I was like, I knew this is for me because she's saying Mark, but I can barely hear you. And then I saw you say, I saw you describe the card and me all, and I laughed, and I was like, oh yeah, I can hear her now. It's for me. She said, this is totally you. Oh yeah, Casanova. That's what the word was. Yeah, yeah. It was pretty funny. I saw like the card was a guy with like two women or something. I was like, oh good lord. Yeah, I meant to ask you that earlier, but we were talking about other things. Nah, that's cool. No need to apologize for nothing. I heard. Nah, that's cool. No need to apologize for nothing. I heard you say that. I inspired you to do it, so that's good. Nothing wrong with that. Keep going. Just like sometimes it's gonna be like that. You have technical difficulties, or you just do things or whatever. Then I heard you say something about, okay, it's been 15 minutes. I can't be on here no longer than this. I don't know how Mark and Marley do this shit. I heard what you were saying, but I had to hold the phone to my ear. But I wanted to see the chat. So then I put it up on my computer so I can, like, see the chat and then hold it to my ear to hear your voice. Because I had it on full blast and it was very faint. Yeah. So I was like, I can hear her, but not really. So it was even on the computer, the volume was too low. So I just held it to my ear and I can hear you. I heard like what you were saying towards the end. So I was like, oh, okay, I got her. So before you like logged off, I rewinded it a bit just to hear what you were saying because I couldn't hear it, but it was fine. I ended up getting the message and hearing exactly what you said, so it all worked out. But yeah, it happens. Going on YouTube on your phone, it can be a problem. It happens to me too. That's why I like going on Instagram on my phone. Because Instagram, I never have no issues and it's nice and crystal clear. I don't know what it is, but it's something to do with like your phone on YouTube. Some people it's perfectly fine and some people it's shitty. It doesn't work properly. With me, sometimes when I go live on my phone, it makes like a ticking noise, like a tick, 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 and it's so annoying. But lately, nobody said anything, so that's good. I went live like twice on my phone and did dishes. I'm probably gonna do it tomorrow too. I got some dishes to wash, so I'll probably go live tomorrow and do the dishes and talk some shit. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's already 12:20. I need to go get in my bed early because I've been getting in my bed way too late. I got to take my nephew to volleyball practice tomorrow. So I have an iPhone, Dan. I have the iPhone 14. That's what I have, and it's still an issue. But I think the other day it was actually pretty good. But I've had issues on my phone before, like a ticking noise, and it's always something to do with the volume or the mic. But on Instagram, it's perfect. I'm gonna need to research identity issues and go through all my settings. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah. It could be that, Tanya. Yeah, you should try it without it and see what happens. Because that's the first time I've heard the voice like that. Because you've done lives plenty of times before when you were in the car and the other day, and I can hear you perfectly fine. But today obviously it was messed up. It happens. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It happens. It happens to me too. It's annoying as shit, but I think it's just our phones. It just happens that way. It's a pain in the ass. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I should be here tomorrow at some point in time. Yeah, that's all right. At least I heard my message and I heard you talk and I met your mom and I saw a couple people in there. Everybody was supporting you, so that's good. It doesn't matter. As long as we can hear you and still see you, then we're good. All right, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care.